Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK, Delaware. We definitely represent doing some big things.
That's 202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing. Or touching him more eyes out, or check to make sure that my mic sounds good. Let me see. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because we had some difficulties yesterday.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah, that last week. We had a fire class yesterday. Everything it's just freezing. I'm gonna tell y'all did something.
Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
It's a big style. Yeah, but you can hear you.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker whistling.
You won. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we got that.
Yes.
All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I just want to knock out these technical difficulties real quick. Bear with me. Check the audio. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, so that sounds really good. All right, no sweat. So I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in tonight. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, not the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. It's ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. All right? What we're here to do is teach everybody brotherhood and sisterhood with the hopes that what we say to you doesn't go in one ear and out the other. We're living in a time where, you know, we can, you know what I mean, get where we want to be and do what we want to do when times, you know, when times get rough like they are going to be, and we could put ourselves in the best possible position, but we can't do it if we keep on lacking on our duties when it comes to being in, you know, being a part of this truth. You know, if you a brother, then you need to get in class. You know, there's no on the fence with none of this. You know, what you need to hear more scriptures. If you a sister, what you need to hear, like what? I got what? What do you want to hear? Commander General Yohana just did a lecture on demons. Like, are you gonna fight them or not? You gotta figure out, like, we're doing all this stuff, and the Lord, you can clearly see, is with us. You see other Israelite groups breaking up, and in a time where, you know, we already know what the history was, but we still see it happening now. So, you know, it's best for you to get in and don't lack, don't fall off, don't get comfortable with the truth. Always figure out a way to keep your zeal going. Always find out a way to build your momentum so you don't remain stagnant in the truth. All right? Because then you'll be like that, like the scripture about the man, the brother that had one talent, the brother that had five, the brother that had, the Lord gave the brother that had one talent and gave it to the brother that had five. It's because you taking your talent that the Lord gave you and you're digging it in the ground and you're hiding it. And now, you know, when Christ returns, you don't have anything increased. You just know the truth. Yeah, we all know that the Israelites are black, and you know that's surface stuff. Christ is black, the Israelites is black, all that kind of stuff. But the other part of that is putting in the work. Putting in the work, that's what matters. Not you just sitting at the crib, not doing nothing. If you in a city that's close to you, it don't even got to be that damn close. If it's within a couple of hours, then go, take the ride, get on the bus, go to the goddamn school. You know what I'm saying? We can't build a nation with you sitting on the couch. We can't, like, and this would be so crazy. Brothers would be like, I'll work. Well, how long you work? 7 days a week. Come on, man. That's not even legal. It's not even legal for you to work that much. It's like, come on, man. You off 2 days a week. Come on, you off, all right? You're off, right? You're off 2 days a week. Go and do something on your day off. Do something before you go to work. Who said you got to sleep all the way until 3 to 11? You know, so you don't got to sleep from when you get off at 11 at night all the way until it's 2 and you get up, take a shower, and go back to work. You don't got to sleep that whole time. You could get off of work at 11 and do something before you hit the bed at 1. You know, in the morning. You could do something then. You could do a late night class. You know what I'm saying? There's always ways around you not doing nothing. And I think a lot of times people think like Satan gets in your mind, right? And make you think that you can't do nothing because that's Satan's job to teach you that, to show you, well, to get in your ear and make you believe that there's nothing that you can do. There's always something you could do in the truth. You walk into your nearest class, look around. Hey, man, it looks like maybe we could use a few more books in there. Then go buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's like people get so used to just not doing nothing. Don't do nothing and we'll get nothing. Because this is what we get out of the truth. This is what we get out of obtaining the kingdom of heaven. You only get what you are going to put into it. You're not going to get nothing else out of it. You can sit by, you can wait, and just think like, well, let me just wait until some more niggas come. No, you be the nigga that come. And then we can figure it out and we can use you to help move things forward so that we can get more brothers to come in. If you a sister, we can use you to get other sisters to come in. You get my point? Like it's stuff that both of us can do, both sides, and it's only going to work is if we both put our effort into it and stand on what Commander General Yohana has laid down and produced. Other than that, man, you just wasting time. Like the beginning of the damn commercial said before the damn class came on. You wasting time, and we ain't gonna get nowhere. You know what I mean? You might as well, if you're gonna be like that, then you might as well just go vote for whoever your best candidate is. Just go and vote for Kamala Harris. I mean, I think because half of us believe that that's the way to freedom anyway, is getting the right candidate in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Shalom, Lord Christ. That's what you might as well do. If you don't want to push this truth, then you might as well go vote for whoever your best candidate is. You know, Senator Vance. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Hold on. Slocky. It might be back there. Just be careful when you take it up. Yeah. All right, no sweat. So you had something you wanted to say?
Gotcha.
All right, no sweat. You got it.
You know what's real heavy about this election cycle? It's like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we falling for the same trick that we fell for with Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even care. The only thing we looking at is she got some melanin.
Yeah.
And because she got some melanin, we gonna vote for her.
Right. Exactly. Because we're still look, I hate to say this, man, but we took the role of the dumbest nation on earth. I hate to say that because I'm part of the nation.
Right.
But we took, and I said we took on. I didn't say we were, right? I didn't say we were, but I said we took on that spirit of being the dumbest nation because I'm going to tell you where it started at. We saw the Most High bring us out of Egypt. The Red Sea parted, and we walked through shells and whatever was on the ground. You know, if they move all the water away when you walk, if you took a river and took all the water away, it's mud, it's
Fish flopping.
yeah, fish flopping around,
All the shrimps.
yeah, it's right, all that, right? We walked through that. Then it was a pillar, it was a cloud, right? By day, a cloud, and literally we would follow the cloud. When we built the tabernacle, the cloud would stop, and the cloud could stop for 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and we would stop and we would pitch our tents there, and that's where we would live at, right? Then the cloud would get up and start moving, and we're, oh, it's time to go. We start packing up, and we follow the cloud. If it was nighttime, you got this big pillar of fire in the sky. Other people can see it, like, oh, man. Even other nations, like, yeah, you know, the Israelites, right? We see all of that. Manna fall from the sky. What else? Quails fall from the sky. Cause no, we wanted some we wanted to eat meat. The Lord sent the quails. Manna. What kind of food rains from the sky? None. I haven't seen a baked bean fall from the sky. Not a grain of rice or anything. We saw all of that, and guess what? We still turned our back on the Lord. We still turned our back on the Lord. When we went into captivity after captivity after captivity because we refused to listen to what's right and do what's right. We got all the way to the point where we didn't even get into the promised land, the generation that left out of Egypt. The Lord only let Caleb and Joshua go through.
Right.
And then we get there and we still mess up.
Right.
Perpetually mess up. Now here we are. Now I'm just going to skip thousands of years, right? But we'll bring it up to the present with Rome and Egypt and all of that. And then now we're here in America still voting. And they still play the same game on us every single year. Every 4 years, they do the same thing. Now, why is Megan Thee Stallion at the damn the DNC? Why is she there twerking? There's a time and a place for that. But it's not at the damn Democratic National Convention where she could have been. Now, where's all the people that Kamala could have brought up there?
Right.
She could have brought Commander General Yana up there. That's never going to happen. But she could have brought Commander General Yana up there. She could have brought Captain Mashak. Hell, she could have brought me up there. I would have said something, right? But right, she ain't gonna bring that of us, right? But she could have brought thousands of educated people in the world, scholars, grassroots organizations, politicians that could literally lay out a plan of what new systems are going to come in, what types of new, laws are going to come down that's going to specifically benefit Black people and things like that. They could roll out her policies, everything. But you know what she did? She got Quavo up there. Quavo, the nigga from the Migos,
Right.
the nigga that just lost his homeboy, hanging out with a nigga at the goddamn bowling alley in Houston. They bring him up there. A nigga who's on social media beefing with Chris Brown, right? Like we forgot, beefing with Chris Brown, and now you want to bring him up there to tell you to. She brings him up there to tell you to vote, and don't forget, Salty Santana was there too. Salty Santana. That's who they bring up there because that's what they care. That's what they think about black people. They think we dumb, stupid, emotional, just filled with lust, and all we care about is booty shaking and what's going to be in our bed. Right. That's it. Right. And the sad part is, this is the very saddest part, that they're right. And it's not the people's fault. It's the people's hope in anything but the Lord. And the Lord said it. He said it too. He said Egypt, he said, is going to be our shame. The trust in Egypt is going to be the shame. And we got shamed. We get shamed. Y'all see that viral video of that little boy? He stick his hand out to get the, I guess he's a celebrity, the white guy, to slap his hand. Didn't slap his hand. When the black girl was behind and she stuck her hand out for Joe Biden, he didn't slap her hand. He moved around. That's the Lord showing us that. Right. The Lord is showing you that to show you, man, this is who you put your trust in, and they hate you. And guess what? We figure out ways to just work harder so that we could just, figure out a way to salvage somebody to make it seem like there are people that's worth joining. Right. And this is what happens, and we get shamed every year. I'm going to go into a scripture, man. Let me get Leviticus. Let's go back, man. Let me grab it for y'all real quick. Okay, Leviticus 26, man. And let's read down a little bit. Let's read down a little bit because we always see what the things is that, let's start at 26:1. But we always look at the things that are bad. Let's look at some of the things that would be good if we served the Lord and we kept the commandments, right? Because that's the one thing that we don't want. Like, okay, the general was talking about demons, right? And demons are there to tempt you, right? When you arguing, that's a demon, right? When you fight, you fight somebody, that's a demon that's on you. Like them people that have so much road rage, right? You jump out the car. Remember, he walked up and somebody, wow, took his life. That's a demon. A demon was on him, and the demon got exactly what the demon wanted to shut off your light. That's it. And what we got to do while we're here is understand that that's the game that's being played on you. Having Megan Thee Stallion up there is a demon. It's playing on your demon, because on your demon, you like, yeah, I don't care what her policies is. I just want to see some shaking. What's Kamala Harris's policies? What's her foreign policy? Somebody tell me. What's her foreign policy? What is her stance on, the wars that's going on? What's her plan to stop them? What's her plan to stop Israel from genociding the Palestinians? What's her plan? Hey, nobody even asked that. They had Trina up there. Trina, the baddest bitch. Trina, to tell you to go out and vote. Come on, man. We got to stop. Now, in black people's defense, there are a lot of black people that see right through that. They're seeing through it. And thanks be to the Lord that they're starting to see it. You know what I mean? I just hate the fact that we might have to, they might have to just let Kamala get in there, and then the whole system just tanks, and then black people will try to vote Republican after that. No, I'm just playing. We'll still try to vote our way out of it, right? Yeah. Just to say, even like to have a vote means that it's weak. It's weak. Voting is for weak people. Weak people, strong people don't say, let's vote. Let's vote. You see, nobody does that. People with power don't do that. Go ahead.
They do that when they give in.
Right.
It's like I could easily just have my own opinion and stand 10 toes down on that, but I don't want to be held accountable for my opinion or whatever have you. So I would rather just let's just do popular opinion. Let's all come to an agreement.
Yeah, and they got Kamala Harris back there with all women, all single women that just want to have an abortion. Because instead of them just attacking the fact that you shouldn't lay down with a bunch of people and have unprotected sex, she's just looking at it like, well, just get rid of the baby if you make a mistake. So there's no accountability there, you know. And at the very surface level, that's all this election is about. It's about women's rights, the LGBTQ agenda. It's about I guess it's Project 2025. Right, all that kind of stuff, but that's really at the surface. That's really all it's about, as far as like black people know. You know what I mean? This, I remember this sister in the world asked me. She was like, "Who you voting for?" Like, voting for what? For who? Voting for what? You know, it's like even in this day. And I started dropping it on. I'm like, look, man, you know, we're not supposed to vote. Where voting got us, blah blah blah. I'm like leaning into it, right? And she was like, man, you know, you're right. And I was like, so who you voting for? Because I know you're going to vote anyway. Even though I said everything, all this, buried my soul in this, trying to get you not to do it. And I was like, so who you voting for? And she just started laughing because you know I'm right. You don't care what I'm saying. That's it. Black people will look at you and listen to you and not listen to nothing you say. You know what? And that's why I'm so glad that Christ spoke in parables. Right. Christ will go to camp and do this. Red fish, blue fish, green fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Shalom. And walk off. You know what I mean? That, you know, and then people be like, what did he just say? That's what it sounds like when you're trying to give people good advice. Right. That's what it is. When soon, like, I know, brother call you for counsel, like, yeah, man, you know, my wife is, you know, we fighting all the time, and I'll tell him, yo, brother, man, you should get out the house. You know, you should come to class more. You know, y'all should give each other some space. You know, so that y'all can, you know, enjoy each other when y'all come back together. You know what it sounded like to him? That's it. And I took an hour out of my day to get on the phone and talk to you, and you just literally just listen to everything. And guess what you're gonna do? Stay in the house. And then be like, yo, Salakia, you know, she called the cops. Go ahead.
Like I know you told me what to do, but I didn't know. So like I said, another thing that's kind of getting on my nerves about this whole Kamala thing and them pushing her up to be something like so great. Nowadays, one of the things that some of the so-called, you know, influencers are saying is that men passed up on a good thing. You know what I mean? How they talking about Kamala, and then, you know, people coming out and saying, well, she's not black enough, and they just like, well, you know, yeah, she wasn't black enough, but she married a white dude, but that's because she was in the black neighborhood. She was living amongst us. She was going to school amongst us, and a black man passed her up. So it's our fault that she didn't marry a black man. It's our fault that she went out here and did these things and then turned on us and literally said that she can't do it. And I think I hate to give the dude credit. I ain't even gonna say his name, but the boy, he said how Kamala Harris literally said she can't do nothing just for blacks. Yeah. But then turn around, that whole party did something for the Asians. They did something just for the Arabs. They did something just for the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't do something just for us. Right, because go ahead. No, go ahead. But now you want to walk around here and you want to be on BET Awards and you want to say they not like us. Right. You want to go around here and you want to say, yeah, I like jazz music. You know what I mean? I gotta go to Chim's Cheesesteaks in Philly. Yeah. So because let me tell you something, the difference between the Republicans and Democrats. The difference between the Republicans and Democrats can be summed up in a couple of things, right? The Democrats is just like McDonald's. You know, at the end of the night at McDonald's, they throw the food away, right? They throw the food away or they save the food. The Democrats is like, say the Democrats is McDonald's.
And at the end of the night, they take all the Big Macs, all the, the double cheeseburgers, and they put them in a great big bag, take them outside and give them to the homeless. But when you take these hamburgers and you take these extra fries and all that stuff that we have here, you're going to have to take abortion. You're going to have to take, welfare. You're going to have to take food stamps. You're going to have to take these policies that come along with the handout, which is going to keep you in a lower state, right? Now, the Republicans is like, the hell with all this food. We're going to throw it in the damn trash, right? And you got to do for yourself. And that's really it. But the thing that they have in common is that the Republicans just flat out let you know that we don't want to give you no power. Right. This is about us and what we want, and we don't care, and we have no interest in you getting power. The Democrats is, we want to act like we're your friends, but we don't want you to have no power either. Right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to act like your friend, get you to get us into power, and we're not going to give you nothing. And we're going to pander to you when the time comes around again, because we know we need you again. But when we get in power, so they both pretty much are, it's two sides of white people that don't include you in power, and they don't ever want you in power. They'll get you in the back and hold up a sign, or they'll do something like that, but they're never ever going to share any power with you. That's just really the truth about it. And we fall into that trap. Look, now I know this might not happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala's running mate is a transgender.
Hey, yo,
now let me tell you why I say that. Because when she say, like, if she goes for 4 years, right, the country's in shambles, right? Then a Republican comes up and says, man, look at the country. Bread is $8. Man, look what they did on the war and this here and this, that. They start bringing out all these facts, right? You know what they're going to do? They're going to take that vice president transgender and say, we got to vote the first black transgender in office. We got to, this is historical. This is historical. We get the first black transgender in office. This will be great for the world. They do it every time, don't they? They always make it historical. This is the historical election. This one's going to be the fate of the nation.
We got 2-1.
Right. This is going to be the end all be all. Right. So you got to get out and vote. But they never teach you, like, what is a closed primary election. Has somebody ever explained it? What is a superdelegate? Does anybody know what a superdelegate is? No. Does anybody know what a pledge delegate is? What is any of these things, these terms that are used, so that we know and we fully understand what this whole election process is about, what the two-party system is about? We don't know that. You know what they do? They get Quavo to get up there to tell you to vote. Right. Or they'll get Megan Thee Stallion to get up there and sing a song. And then it was so crazy about it. I'm gonna get into the scripture, but what's so crazy about it? They had a white lady, a white anchor, breaking down her lyrics at the the Democratic, because people were just looking at the performance, but like, where was the words? Like, what were you saying? Like maybe you could have made a song about voting, or maybe it could have just been, Megan Thee Stallion was there and she just got up there and started talking about the policies. Like, hey, what we want to do is we want to have better health care. We want to have better, education, blah, blah, blah. That would have been more effective than her just getting out there. She ain't say nothing. She said, we gotta vote the first black woman in office, y'all. Yeah. That's it. Nobody know nothing. That's it. All right, let's start off, man. Leviticus the 26th chapter and first verse. Anybody got the see me again? Anybody? Wait a minute, maybe I'm tripping. The see me again. Oh, but go ahead. Somebody read Leviticus 26th chapter.
Is that right there?
Oh yeah. It's like
I see a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Can I get Leviticus the 26th chapter, please? Baba Kashaw? The water. I appreciate that. Go ahead if you know what I mean. Be my guest. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and read that. I think it's crazy.
Oh, the comments. Okay, what we got? We got comments, man. Let me see. Okay, I'm not voting for one. Plus Kamala. Plus Kamala sold out her own mouth that she doesn't support reparations for black people. So why would I vote for her? God, Yahweh gave me wisdom not to vote anymore. That's right. And anyway, right now, reparations wouldn't even work anyway. Like reparations probably would have worked like back in like maybe the 20s or like maybe, like the early 1900s, right? Like right after slavery, it would have worked because it would have helped with our infrastructure. But right now, the oppressor got so much infrastructure that even if they gave you $300,000 a piece for everybody, for one, it would be hard for them to even, it would be hard for them to like break it down because we have so many, like integrated families and everything like that. And then also, black is not a nationality. If now we all was Israelite and we claimed Israelite or Jew as our nationality, then we would maybe have a better chance. But as long as we classify ourselves as African Americans, that's not a nationality. That's just a name after two continents, and you can't be the whole continent of anything. That's like saying I'm a Earthian.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's not even an official name because that name was given to us in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? By Jesse Jackson. So
you're like, man, it'll change. I'd be like, man, I'm an Earth man. Don't you see me? Like they'd be like, I'm a black man. Don't you see me? They'd be like, yeah. I'm like, I'm from Earth. They'd be like, well, that's not a nationality. Sorry, we can't give you no reparations.
humanoid.
Yeah, I'm a humanoid. Dr. Cornel West. They could have even got him, but he got a white woman.
What?
I think Cornel West got a white woman. I could be wrong. Y'all don't quote me on that one, but I think he do. If somebody could look it up.
I know Angela Davis got a white
woman. Just starting pink, shalom to you. Your choir, shalom to you. Let me see. Terry, had a glorious time at the fire weekend, seen all the brothers and sisters, right? That's right. Meets Rouge, shout out to you. Checking in from California, the Bay Area. Chubai Wad, Palad. Okay, Salaki. Call-in number. We don't have a call-in number. We might get to that eventually for class, but you just put it in the chat and we'll get it on. Okay, brother, the lust of the eye, the brother struggling with the lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and pride of life. Damn, that's what everybody's doing. Join the club. All right. I'm not voting for no one plus Kamala. Yeah, that's ain't that what everyone all fighting, you know what I mean, to be in the truth. Men and women. That's normal. What you gotta do is you gotta get around your brothers and your sisters. And you gotta get in class and you gotta fight demons with your brothers and sisters, man. Like ultimately you can't be cornered off by yourself and you can't try to think that you're gonna fight it all by yourself. What you gotta do is you gotta occupy your time. Because when you don't have time to worry about none of that stuff, then you'll be able to get through without falling into the temptation of those things, right? That you might have the lust over. You know, that's what life is about. It's about war. It's about the lust of, and you know where the real fight is at? In your brain. That's where the fight is. The fight ain't your physical. The fight is your brain, and where you fight because it's things in your head that's telling you. You know when you at the club or you're out somewhere and then if you have those, that's what Christ was saying when he said about cutting off, taking your eye and plucking it out and stuff like that is better. Better for one member to perish than your whole body. What he was talking about is saying okay, if you know that you got an issue with, maybe messing with hoes and all that, maybe you shouldn't drive down the whole show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you shouldn't make that right turn where you think that where you normally see prostitutes at. You shouldn't go down there. You should make the left-hand turn and go another way. If you know that weed is your issue, then maybe you shouldn't go around brothers that's smoking weed. Right. You know what I mean? It's we'll try to test ourselves to go and see if it's still there. right? And that's how you lose.
That's right.
Because you're like, man, I know I had this problem with weed, but let me just go over to my cousin's house who just smokes all day. You know what I'm saying? Or let me go over to this club where they smoking all day. You know, maybe you gotta like take yourself out of those situations, and that'll be better for you. But a lot of times we don't want to take ourselves out of those situations. We want to still try to be around those situations and still try to fight your lust and fight things that's going to come your way. Like if you got an issue with, you know, sleeping with hoes, then maybe you shouldn't go into places where they're going to be at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always a fight, but you got to remember, you got to take yourself out of the fight where you're going to have to fight the most. Like what they say in New Jack City when Pookie said, yo, put me in undercover. What'd he say? I don't think Pookie ready to be around a whole room full of crack. You know what I mean? It's because he was a recovering crack addict. And I don't think we should put him in there, you know, around the crack, a room full of crack. And what'd he say? Nah, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. What happened in the movie? He was in there, and then he was good for a little bit, and then the temptation got to him, and what did he do? He put the piece of crack in his mouth, and he snuck it out of there. And then he got back smoking again, and that's ultimately what caused his death. And so that's why Christ said, you know, if your right eye offend thee, man, pluck it out. You know what I mean? And change the things that you do that will help you fight those demons. Right. One thing that you can do is by going to class, figuring out, you can't have a bunch of stuff to do if you are working all the time. Brothers work so much they can't come to class. Right? So if you occupy your time, then you have no problem with fighting your lust, fighting the things that keep you back. But you got to stay busy. That's the whole point. And I know is by working, that's what keeps your mind focused on the school and focused on what you're supposed to do. If you go into camp, you ain't got to worry about going and doing a bunch of stuff because you got to be clean to go to camp. You know what I mean? You can't just be showing up to camp unclean. If you got to come to class, you can't come to class unclean. You get my point? Like if you got things that are helping you stay straight, then use those things. Not just trying to, you know, I'm not saying this person is doing that, but not just, you know, being idle and thinking that somehow you're just gonna, the temptation is gonna just leave you automatically. It's not. Like a brother who smokes cigarettes, a brother who smokes weed. Y'all know, y'all talk to brothers in the world that say, you say, man, you should come to class. They be like, yeah, man, you know, when I stop smoking, man, I'm gonna be down there. You're not gonna stop smoking because weed is never gonna not be delicious to you. It's not, because that's what you like to do. So you got to figure out a way not to do it. If you got a problem with looking at women and stuff like that, you said the lust of the eyes, you got those problems with looking at women and porno, all that kind of stuff, then maybe you shouldn't be looking at twerk videos. Maybe you shouldn't be looking at the stuff like that online. You shouldn't look at those things. You should keep scrolling. You know what I mean? Like, but if you're going to put yourself in those situations, then those are the things that's going to happen. You can't escape it. We living in the devil's kingdom. You know what I mean? You got to put things in place so that you could put yourself in the best position to fight these demons. Check out General Yohana's lecture on how to fight demons. Right. All right. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's get into it. Don't be poopy.
It was like 1 minute, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
3.
All right, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Let's look at some good things. What you got there, Thasiem? Some food? Oh. He brought it out like he was about to, you know what I mean? All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. The book of Leviticus 26 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it.
Keep going.
For I am the Lord your God.
Yeah, just keep. You can keep rolling through it. Yeah, just keep rolling through it. Yeah.
Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Verse 3. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season.
All right, look, everybody that's sitting in the crib, pull out the Leviticus, the 26th chapter and the first verse. Don't just look at the screen, all right? Hold on. Don't just look at the screen. Don't look at what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Pull out the scripture and look at what we're reading. All right, like we got to stop wasting time with this. We got to stop playing these games. I'm not saying y'all doing it, but pull the Bible out. Pull your phone out and look at the scripture. All right, that'll help you when learning more about what we reading. All right, go ahead. Now, if we did all these things, what the Lord say would happen in verse 3?
Verse 3. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. Verse 6. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Right, because we'll have so much of an increase of like abundance of things, like we'll just be eating off of like the stuff that we already had stored up. Like that's how it would be. Like our vintage would just reach to the sky of what we would have. The types of things that we look at other nations as having, we would have all of that in abundance. Keep reading. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land. Neither shall the sword go through your land. Right, because look, the Lord basically, okay, like the beasts that are in our land, right? Like that could harm us, they would be gone. They wouldn't even be there. You know what I mean? We won't have to worry about, a wild, a cat or, a wild lion or anything like that coming through and tearing you up. Like we had to worry about in the wilderness when we was out there descending against the Lord. We wouldn't have to worry about those things. And the beasts also, the other nations, we wouldn't have to worry about them either. Right? Read the next verse. Verse 7. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. See that? That means that we literally on earth, we'll be gods. We'll be gods on earth. Imagine 5 dudes chasing 100 dudes. You can't do that now. 100 dudes is going to crush you. But if they knew that those 5 dudes right there are the Lord's chosen people, those 5 dudes right there, they got the Lord on their side, I'm out. You know what I mean? Y'all can say if y'all want, I'm out. And that's what would happen. The Lord would make us literally gods on this earth. Right. That everybody was afraid of. If we wouldn't lose a war, we wouldn't lose our food, we wouldn't lose our wives, we wouldn't lose anything that we had set up, our infrastructure, we would not lose. We would be on the top position of this earth if we followed the commandments. Keep reading. And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful and multiply you, and establish my covenant with you. And ye shall eat old store, and bring forth the old because of the new. Right, we will bring forth the old because we got so much more. Right? Keep reading. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. This is the heavy one right here. And I will walk among you. And I will what? I will walk among you. And I will be your God. And ye shall be my people. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt. Right. So if the most high power that sits on everything, life, death, the planet, air, water, the animals, everything, the most high that created everything, spirits, bodies, everything, gold, diamonds, precious stones, everything that we could ever want, the power that sits on top of everything that created it, we would be his people on the earth. So we would just be an extension of that power, just in the physical human experience. Right. We would be gods on the earth. And we don't want to be gods. We want to vote. We want to vote. We want to put on a stupid MAGA hat and walk around talking about how Donald Trump is the one for us. He's the leader for us. Instead of the most high power that sits on the earth. We don't want that. We don't want that kind of power.
because we only think that a white man can have that kind of power. That's why we don't want it. We're afraid of power. That's because we've been slaves for so long. And Azawar, could you give me the homeborn slave? That might be in Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah 2? Is Israel a servant? But go ahead, you can keep reading.
Khan Adawan Khan.
But read down. So go down to 14.
Khan Adawan Khan. Slaki Adawan. Did you want me to finish 13?
You can finish it, yep.
Khan Adawan Khan. That ye should not be their bondmen.
Mm-hmm.
And I have broken the bands of your yoke
Mm-hmm.
and made you go upright.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. But if ye will not hearken unto me,
but, right? Read on.
and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all of my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
What? The Lord is bringing terrorism. You be like, oh, where is all this terrorism? Why is all these school shooters here? The Lord is doing it. The Lord is doing it. He's bringing terror on you. We're so afraid of white people. That's just what it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. Black people are afraid of white people. And I probably won't get it banned because I said that, but we're afraid of the oppressor. That's what it is. That's the truth. And you can say what you want because I don't care what you say. I watch First 48. And what do I see? I see a dude come through and shoot the whole neighborhood up, get in there with those two white men, and this is what they say. Come on, man. Let me hold your hand. Give me your hand. Come on, man. I know that you didn't do this on purpose. I know that there's a heart in there somewhere, man. I know you're not like this. And they say, you just shot the whole club up with an AK. You tough. You get in front of a white man, and that's your dad. Your pops, that's your daddy that's basically breaking you down right in front. They'll look, if they really want to get you, they'll bring Justina Mason in there. If y'all watch First 48, y'all know who Justina Mason is. She's the chick from Tennessee. She's the homicide detective from Tennessee. And she'll come in there and be like, why are you out here doing this? And have you break you right down. And your intention was not to confess. And you be in there talking. Look, the oppressor gets you in there talking without a lawyer. That's how much you break down. That's how much we're afraid of the oppressor. He gets you in there talking without a lawyer. Go ahead. Keep reading. Keep reading where you at.
Khan. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain.
That's what we're doing right now. We're thinking about us voting, that's sowing the seed. Like, your vote is the seed. That eventually, when you vote and sow the seed of this vote, it's going to get you the promised land. Donald Trump's going to get in office and be like, black people are free. Everybody's free. Free healthcare, free education, free cigarettes. The LGBT, everybody is free. And I'm saying this is what really people in their mind think. Everybody's going to win scratch-offs. Right. No taxes. It's going to be great. Buses are going to be running every 15 minutes. And that's what we think. But nothing's going to happen. The seed that we sow is in vain. Right. The Lord is doing it. The Lord is preventing you from getting a good candidate. The Lord is preventing you from doing that. We think that we're going to vote and get a good candidate because we just sowing a seed offering. What they say in church, Isaiah Ward? The seed offering. You got to sow a seed. Y'all remember that pastor was like, somebody bring $100. I need 10 people to bring $100 up here. 10 people walked up. She said, "Now I need you to say, is that all?" People up there like, "Dude, give me that 100." Like, is that all? Is that all? So I hear you saying it. People come up get 100. Is that all? Then she said, I need 10 people to bring up $1,000. Woo! They came up. Dude came up. It's like, is that all? She's like, yo, I don't hear you saying it. He like, is that all? they play that game on us, man. That seed ain't going nowhere. You think it is, you sowing it in vain, and the Lord is showing you and telling you. Go ahead, keep reading.
And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
This is the most high power that sits on the life and death, spirits, precious stones, the ocean, the animals in the ocean, the animals on the earth, human beings, the entity that created everything is going to be against you. Why would you want that as a battle? Why would you want hell to come down on you? Why would you want that if you didn't have to? All you got to do is stop doing what you're doing and fight those demons that are trying to bring you down and make you go against the Lord. All you got to do is realize that you don't know nothing and you're stupid and you're dumb, because as long as you understand that, then you'll be in a better position. When I came into the truth, I just understood that I was just dumb. You got to be, I remember this, when I was in truck driving school, the instructor was having a real problem with one of the students in the class because he kept telling the student, do this. And the student kept doing something what he wanted to do, what he felt comfortable with doing. The teacher kept saying, do this. And he kept doing what he wanted to do. And the instructor got so frustrated that he said, man, look, be dumb enough for me to teach you. That's what he said. Be dumb enough for me to teach you. That's what we got to do. We got to stop doing what we want to do and start being dumb enough to get taught. Because you just think just because your mom don't have a personal relationship with God. Your auntie don't have a personal relationship with God. That is so cliche. When people say it, I'm like, oh, here we go. You don't have no personal relationship with God. Because if you had a personal relationship with God, then why are we still in the mess that we in? Right. He deals with, I get it, he deals with you, right? You got the job, so he just deals with you personally. Just because you got a job, that don't mean anything. It's not nothing. You're still working for somebody. Right. You're still in servitude. I don't like people that are empowered don't gloat over a job. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been reduced so much that we think like getting a job is a flex. Right. That's not a flex. If you say, yo, I got my own business or something like that, that might be a flex. But getting up and going to work every single day, that's not a flex. Right. It's not. We do it because we have to. We're in captivity. What else you gonna do to put food on the table? You have to have money coming in, and the money's going out. It's going out. That's not. What is that? That's a life of servitude. Right. And then look where it's going. The electric company. Who's that owned by? The oppressor. Your car note. Who's that car owned by? The oppressor. Your cable company. Who's that owned by? The oppressor. Who's the bank that owns your mortgage? The oppressor. Who's what? The food that you go buy, the restaurants, Olive Garden, Red Robin's, wherever the hell you want to go. McDonald's the corporation is owned by the oppressor. So all your money that you work for to get in, it goes right back out to the oppressor. And that's a flex. It's not a flex. Even owning your business ain't even a flex because you just steal everything. All your regulation comes from the government. All your frivolous prices that you owe this much. We need your franchise tax. We need this. We need that. It's all money going right back to the oppressor. None of this that we do in America is a flex at all. Nothing. Everything we do here is slavery and captivity. And you think that it's not, well, then if you were free, then you would be able to leave this country and do whatever the hell you want to do. And you can't. Because this place ain't free and we ain't out of captivity. The Lord said that he was going to be against us. And this is what we see every single day because the Lord is against us. You know what I mean? But it's messed up. All right, go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay.
Salakia. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
Right.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
Right. So, and even after all of that, the Lord said, even after all of that, if we still going to go against him, he's going to punish 7 times more for our sins. And you see that it's absolutely right. When you walk around, like, I don't care which city I'm driving through, I know where black people are because it's dirty and it's trash and it's liquor stores and it's lottery. You go into the black neighborhood, lottery, the Powerball, Mega Millions. They throw it right in your face because they know you ain't going to get it. They know you never going to get it. I see people, it be so sad too, man. So sad. Our people will be up at the thing like, let me get 317. Let me get 713. Let me get 525. Let me get 299. Let me get 123. Let me get 562. Let me get 719. Let me get 819. Yeah, let me go 50-50 box. Let me get 722. Let me get 10 Powerball tickets. Let me get 5. Let me get 5 scratch offs. Yeah, number 2. Yeah, let me get number 10. And they walk away like this. That's your normal. That's your normal. Yeah, that's your hope. That's your seed that you're sowing. And it's in vain. You're not going to make it. You're not going to get it. Especially if you're in this zone. You think the oppressor don't see that? You probably have a better chance of winning the lottery, like going to a small town where full of white people to try to win. Because they're not going to let you in the middle of the ghetto win a jackpot of $1 billion. That's why you never see it. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta really stop and really think about what we're doing when we out here, man. We got black people voting for Trump, man. Trump ain't gonna do nothing. He's still saying black jobs, like he's right about it too. That's what it is. It's black jobs. That's true. Black jobs in America are the menial position jobs. Those are the jobs. I'm gonna just say it like this before I say Shalom, Lord Christ. Before I say like menial, I'll just say like this. Black jobs are the jobs that's not in a position of power. That's what it is. Shalom, Lord Christ. It's not the position of power. That's what that's pretty much when he's saying black jobs. Black jobs ain't necessarily just a job. And really, there's really no job that black people won't do. They'll try to make it seem like black people don't want to go out and pick watermelons and all that. No, if the money's right, black people will go out there and pick cotton. What the hell are you talking about? What? You don't think, look, we don't work for cheap jobs. Right. But if they told you now, I ain't even gonna hold you. If they told you today tomorrow that they pay you $50 an hour to go pick cotton, you be out there like, wait, what? What? They ain't closing? Oh my God! See, Bashir went out there. Damn. All right. Here we go. But that's really what it is. It's not a black job and black people don't want to do agriculture. It's just that black people want to get paid more money. If it was $50 to go out there and pick cotton, I'll be out there barefooted. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. But if it was enough money, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be out there. I can't do it because I like to be in multiple places at one time, so I got to be on the road moving. But But as far as like a person who got it, like don't mind going to the slavery every day, it, you know, if it was $60, you probably would go. $60 an hour, you'd be out there thinking, God, we straight go back. All of us would be out there for $60 an hour. and if it was like a lot of us said, nah, man, I ain't never doing that, it still would be black people that'll go out there and do it. So it wouldn't matter if we all didn't do it. Go ahead.
So like, we got some black brothers ready to go to China right now.
What, to go get a wife?
Yeah.
Go get women? Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he's talking about when he say black jobs, all of that, man. It's just I don't think there's any such thing. It's just more so like black people will do whatever jobs. It's just that we don't want to get paid little money for the job. You know what I mean? If McDonald's was paying $30 an hour, $35 an hour, it'd be a lot more black people working at McDonald's. It wouldn't even matter. Like black people be right there working McDonald's, and it wouldn't be nothing. It's just that people don't want to get paid $15. They don't want to get paid $12 an hour, so they're not going to work those jobs. And that's what he's trying to make a reference to when he says that, like black jobs. They're taking black jobs. Those are typically black jobs, or jobs where black people are not in management, or black people are not in a position of power at the job. So when you see when you go on a construction site, the laborers are generally where black people are. They're the laborers. Why? Because they don't go to school and get an education to get a skill, to be able to, get a saw in your hand, or to, mess with the electric and hook up electric. Those are more jobs where white people occupy those jobs. So when you go on a construction site, the white people are the ones that are the electricians. I was an electrician, so I was over there with all white people. But, then I would see the brothers who were laboring. Like the brothers picking up nails, sweeping up sawdust, moving stuff. And I would see them and they'd be like, man, you an electrician? How'd you do that? Like, like it's like a brother walking up on a horse. Like, like, how did you do that? You know what I mean? But I'm like, nah, man, you can go to school, man, get into the apprenticeship program, you try to help brothers out. But a lot of like the positions like that are on like the construction sites, they'll look down on those brothers who are in those positions. And then the Mexicans, they just go ahead and knock out the drywall. That's their thing. They go and knock out all the drywall. That's their thing. Drywall, concrete, that's all them. You know what I'm saying? So they get in those positions. And then with the positions that we occupy, like I said, are like the menial positions, the positions that are on the bottom, because maybe you was a bad student in school, high school, you got kicked out, suspended all the time. And that's where you pretty much end up. You end up on the bottom, of the jobs. Yeah, corporate jobs, that's good. Corporate jobs is good, but then it's like corporate jobs try to make you give up your spirit. Like the higher you go, like you'll be like, look, even my supervisor was like, hey, can you, maybe take a little off the side, or like, no. Yeah, when COVID came, because he was like, you're going to have to shave, maybe take a little bit down so we can fit you with this N95 mask. I'm like, no, I'm not cutting my beard off. He was like, why not? I mean, we got to all get fitted for a mask. I'm like, no, my religion doesn't permit it. And he was like, well, what are you? And I was like, Orthodox Jew. He was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, I'm Orthodox Jew. Hold on, let me get the ADL on the line. They want to talk to you. He's like, no, don't. He's like, no, you ain't got to do that. Let me talk to this person. And then boom, he talked to the next person. They was like, look, well, he's not going to cut his beard because of religious reasons. So they was like, well, we got to separate him from everybody else. So we got to give him his own office, and we got to, give him a computer. We got to get the business line ran into his office, and we got to give him his own computer. We got to do all this. And the black people was like, damn. They're like, damn, you got an office and everything, man. Like, you came up. And I'm like, yeah. And then like they told me other black people in other like divisions was like, they heard about what I did, and they was trying to get the religious exemption too. But yeah, so all of that, man. And then like people who got like the what's that called, the shot, all of that, like people who got the shot and stuff like that, it kind of really didn't even really mean nothing, right? Because people, now that you looking back on it, I mean, people are still catching COVID today, right? Yeah. And then the people that did catch it, that didn't get the shot before, they They're just dealing with it. It's not even like it. So maybe we didn't have to get it. What the fuck? Go ahead.
It's lucky. I ain't gonna hold you, Cap. When I first got COVID, I felt like I was gonna die. But after I got the shot and then I caught it again, it was manageable.
Right.
My eyes was about to pop out my head like.
Right, but what about the people that didn't get it and just caught COVID and then they caught COVID again?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah. So where we at?
Verse 18. I can reread verse 18.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get a little bit more. But what we talking about for everybody who's coming in, man? We're talking about allergic reaction. Yeah. So like, yeah, I think the sister, yeah, no more corporate jobs. That's what it is. Like, the higher you go up, they be like, look, you need to shave your beard. You need to, shave everything. Them pants need to be a little bit tighter. And, we don't need you walking in here looking like that. All right. So a lot of that is, I remember Isaiah was saying that he could have went up more to the corporate, but it was like, hey, you're going to have to dress like this. You're going to have to talk like this. And it's not really worth it at the end of the day. Go ahead. Keep reading a little bit more.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 18. Mm-hmm. If ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. Mm-hmm. And I will break the pride of your power. And I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass.
Our heaven is iron. It's iron. It's like we can't see past the iron ceiling. And that's like where the imagination comes in with voting. It's like we think that we're gonna get past that iron ceiling one day, and the Lord is gonna be with us. Man, you got white people up there like, thank you, Jesus. I pray to Jesus for Donald Trump. How is everybody praying? We all praying to the same God. They're praying to make America great, and you're praying to get a policy. Come on, man. It's not going to work. This is involuntary servitude for our entire existence here in America. I hate to break everybody's bubble. Your grandmom is not saved. Your mom is not saved. Your dad is not saved. Your brothers and sisters, your cousins, your aunties, all of them are not saved. Nobody's saved. How are we saved and we're still in danger? And we're still sitting here trying to vote? Because obviously people are trying to vote. That proves that you're not saved. Because if we were saved, we would already be saved now under the Democratic administration. But we're not. So this is why, man, it's important to go back, read your Bible. The kingdom ain't here yet. Christ ain't here yet. You should be in class. You should be reading. Take time to read. We take time to read these damn manuals at our slavery. We take a lot of time to know that. How many times you can call off. When you can't call off. How many holidays you got. All of that. But if I ask you anything about the scriptures, you're like, damn. We went into Egypt? So look, learn the manual, the Lord's manual, right? Learn that. And then you'll be good. You'll see the things in your life that'll be possible if we just follow the Lord. A lot of these things that we do in life is not even worth a damn. You leave the truth because you want to get high, you're probably going to overdose on fentanyl. That's what's going to happen. You go back in the world, you're going to die. That's what happens. Not saying you can't die while you're in the truth, because you can. But if you go back in the world, you're definitely going to die. That's what's going to happen. You think the Lord is going to give you the understanding to where you understand parables and you're going to be able to go back into the world and live a normal life? No, you're going to die. Something's going to happen to you, and it's not going to be the kind of death where, you just die, because of something like, naturally causes. It'll be something extra, it'll be something different. And that's what you'll die from. And you'll be the thing that'll show brothers what not to do. All right. Read a little bit more. Let me see. verse 20. And the pride, it says, I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron. The pride of our power. We think black people are so strong, right? Oh man, we so strong. We dominate the NBA. We dominate everything, right? The Detroit Pistons. We know how to play basketball together, but for some reason, we got 4-star general, right? We got Colin Powell is a 5-star general, but he can't seem to come up with a military strategy to free black people. The Lord is going to break the pride of our strength. You got a whole LeBron James, big, 6'8", 200 something pounds, muscle, running through a court, and he get called a nigga. And they'll spray paint nigga on his damn house, right? You think you strong, you ain't strong. How is when you on a slavery, right? I was on a slavery, right? And my supervisor was like, hey man, I need you to get with, a couple of people, and I need you to take this motor and then move the motor over here. And I was like, oh, no sweat. Picked the motor up and moved it. He was like, wow, you moved that by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, it was, it was pretty light. But how are we under them? How are they outthinking us? What are they outthinking us? It's because they're more analytical. That's really what Esau is. Esau is not stronger than you. He's just more analytical than black people. He thinks about more. He thinks about more of what ways, like remember my lecture. He thinks about what'll happen if this happens and what'll happen if that happens. We don't think like that. We don't think about what happens if this happens, and then we figure out something to deal with that, and then if this happens, we'll figure out something to deal with that, and if that happens, we'll figure out some way to deal with that. Well, we'll have it all covered. All the bases are covered. We'll do that. That's why they know before a verdict comes out, that's controversial verdict. Before the verdict comes out, the cops will block this street, this street, this street, this street, this street, this street, that street over there, that street over there. So you can only go like this and back out to the highway. That's all you're gonna do. Back out to the highway. Back out to the highway. They know exactly what you're gonna do. So they know what you're gonna do if you do this. If the verdict is guilty, they know what you're gonna do. If it's not guilty, they'll open up the streets because you're gonna be like, "Oh, thank God, we won." What I'm trying to do is tell everybody, man, is that we gotta stop being stupid. Stop being dumb and emotional and people that are just worried about our lust, who we can have sex with, what kind of drugs we can take, what kind of cigarettes we can smoke, what kind of vapes we can get, what kind of blunts we can buy, what kind of beef we can get in with another brother online. You know what I'm saying? How many niggas we can shoot up at a party? That ain't a flex. That's nothing. That's just a bunch of people, black men who are emasculated men. Our women are running around, running everything. Our women are about, they trying to elect a president, and then they got black people thinking that they could actually really do it. You know what it really comes down to? White women. That's who's going to elect the next president. If white women feel that a black woman, from what they can perceive, a black woman is going to be good at running the president, running the country against Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, all the Kim Jong, what's his name, Jong-ping or whatever, the dictator of China. Do they feel that if there was a room and it was Vladimir Putin, who is linked from the KGB, linked to over 300 murders, psychopath, if he's in the room, I mean, mentally strong, mentally analytical, mentally superseding everything that this so-called sister can say to him. It's like putting her in a room with Hannibal Lecter. She'll be in there like, we, you know what I mean? He'll be like, poor little Kamala. Poor little Kamala. I once put a man's liver in my super with some fava beans. Hey, that's not war. Huh? I once put a man's liver inside of I said my super with some fiber beans. You can't talk to a man like that. He gonna have you discombobulated. He ain't running the country for nothing. We gotta understand what power really is. You putting this woman who you think is a black woman that's a sister girl. You think sister girl gonna handle that on the world stage? Go ahead.
Not when you bring Megan Thee Stallion out, you know.
Right. What are we? You think white women are gonna vote for that? No. White women are gonna be like, no. Hell no. Because what makes more sense? Donald Trump makes more sense. It makes more sense. Why would you send her in there? Put a pot of greens. I put greens in the tub. Who? Auntie? That's the vibe she's giving off is auntie vibes. She's gonna send auntie over there to go and discuss the fate of the free world. Not just like, I don't think people understand. Africa is watching the presidency over here. Every country in America is watching because whoever becomes the president of America is a leader of the free world. Is the leader. So we're going to put this woman over top of the free world. It's going to come down to white women, just like it did when Donald Trump was up against Hillary Clinton. Same thing. Are these white women going to vote for Kamala Harris, or are they gonna put their trust in their man? And I guarantee you, it's gonna be their man. Could be wrong. I'm just gonna leave it up to the Lord. But it's safe to say Trump's been up against a woman before, and Yeah, they didn't vote for Hillary. That's right. They voted for Hillary because they knew that their power lies in their man. If black women understood that, then we'd be in a better position. But what we on? The 20 versus 1. The balloon. Look, you walk out with that balloon, pop. Hey, as soon as you walk out there, pop. As soon as I get out there, like, as soon as I walk out there, they're gonna be like, pop, pop, pop. Then they be like, okay, so we had 3 women pop. Well, okay, so what did you pop for? I don't know. He just looked like he's in trouble. What you say?
They were.
Yeah, they be like, pop.
They be like, oh, you know, it's going to be like, oh, like boots.
Yeah, like, look.
It's giving broke.
Yeah, it's giving broke vibes. God, me, I could be a great, you know what I mean? I can be a great man. That's why I'm waiting for a millionaire to go on there. I'm waiting for a millionaire to go on there. Like, and I want all the women to pop. You know what I mean? I want all the women to, and then see all the women pop, right? Pop, pop. Oh, I'm just, look how he dressed. And they say, well, what do you do? Well, I run a multi-million-dollar company. I own, 8 cars. I own 2 mansions. You know what I mean? And then just SHIT on all of them. Go ahead.
It was a brother up there that was like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you got too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah. And that's what we got. We weren't about a 20 versus 1. They got the dude Shamar. Shamar, Shamar, the gay dude that's like this. The gay dude like that. Huh?
Shamar Moore?
No, it's a gay dude. He's like, he be on everything. Shamar or whatever.
Oh, he's bent. It's like bent.
Yeah, he like his body's like bent. Like he must have did something in a previous life. So, but go ahead.
He did one with YSL Coke.
Yeah.
He did one with him.
YSL Woody. Yeah. That's what we concerned with. We're concerned with entertainment, shaking butt. That's why Kamala Harris got Megan Thee Stallion up there to shake her butt. Don't you know doo-doo comes out of there? Ain't that what what's they say? We say, because guess what? Doo-doo do come out of there. Eddie Griffin, no. Dick Gregory said it, but Eddie Griffin, he was like, yeah, in fact, doo-doo comes out of there. Right? Because he saw Ice Spice, like, Ice Spice was like shaking or something like that, and that's what he said. Go ahead.
Like, do you see the clip of what Judge Joe Brown when he talk about Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
And he described her what she was doing, like she wasn't good at none of her illegal.
Yeah.
But she was doing a lot of more of
you think
sexual vibe.
Right. No, look, a so-called black woman or Indian woman doesn't get to the top of power like that without, doing what she got to do to get there. If a black woman will do anything to get on nowadays, they'll do anything to get on. They'll go on a 20 versus 1 and really put yourself out there to just be stupid. Y'all see the baddies audition in Detroit? The baddies audition in Detroit, it was a full-out fight. But like it's because black women know to get on, I gotta fight. I gotta get on this show and act like a damn fool to try to hopefully get famous like Cardi B or get famous like Krishan Rock or hopefully get famous like Sukihana. So I gotta go on here fully well just to fight black women. And they know too. They put you in front of an open bar and a camera and just let you just go ahead and drink and then just sit there like this and wait for you to just act stupid. And at the baddies audition, it was a full-out Royal Rumble in there. But while they're in line, they're fighting while they're there to audition for the show.
National Geographic.
Yeah, because it's National Geographic. They just watching. White people watch that like, look, this is Kamala Harris's constituency. This is what they like. They got Saucy Santana telling you to vote. Saucy. Keep reading. Let's go. Let's get a little more on it. But what was that scripture I wanted? The homeborn slave. Is it Jeremiah 2:14? It might not be 14. It is? Yeah, Jeremiah 2:14. But go to keep reading. Can somebody grab that, please? Okay. No, but keep reading a little bit. Call.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And your strength shall be spent in vain,
Mm-hmm.
for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruit.
And I had the luxury of seeing America. Farmland, ox. I mean, not ox, but ox today. Ox tails are cows. The tail of cows. It's not. Yeah, I don't know if we know that, but land, far as your eye can see, no black people own none of that. Black people don't own anything. None of this. Black people are only in small portions of the country. Like if you go to Illinois, it's all white. The only places where there's black people at in a big number is Chicago. You go to Michigan, it's white people. Where black people are Detroit. And Detroit is, oh my God. Detroit is, when you go to, like, Detroit is like, how like we got poverty here, like Philly and all that. Detroit is different. Detroit will be like, abandoned crib, house fully thriving, abandoned crib, across the street, abandoned crib, a house on the corner, and that's the whole block. 2 people live on the whole block. That's crazy. Yeah, like, and then it's like, it's more like, it looks suburban, like it's like a big house that, you know what I mean? It's not like a row house that just got boards up on it. It's like a whole house that's just boarded up and just shabby. And then next door is like a fully thriving house. And then the rest of the block is just, I'm like, I can see why they're giving these houses away for $1. I can see, because it's just nothing. The roads is jacked up. You know what I mean? Like you go to Ohio. Ohio's white people. The only place where black people are like Cleveland, maybe Cincinnati. That's it. The rest of the big state of Ohio is black. Pennsylvania. Don't know niggas live in horse here in Pennsylvania. Black people are in Philadelphia. That's it. Philadelphia, maybe Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh is not even like that. But I mean, it's Pittsburgh. You probably see run into a lot of black faces. But down in like northern Cambria, Pennsylvania, all of that, there ain't no black people out there. It's white people. All these states is just majority white people. Black people are just in certain sections. You go to Texas, white. Only black people is probably in Houston, maybe Port Arthur, maybe You'll probably see a lot in like maybe San Antonio, Austin area, but the rest of that is mostly white. You know what I mean? Oklahoma, same thing. Oklahoma City, black people, but the rest of it is white. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how you could tell like where black people are. Like, we're in the most dire situations, and the Lord broke our strength, and we're just here. You know what I mean? We don't have any strength. Everything is owned by the oppressor. You go past, like I might see like a Corvette riding down. I'm like, oh, that's gotta be a white person in there. Because why would a black dude have a Corvette? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad that it's like that, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? You go and you see businesses, like, the oppressor don't have to say, I remember Captain Tazara brought this out. White people don't have to, like, all the other nations, they don't have to say, support Arab business. Support, Korean business, because we already support it. We got to go up there and be like, support black business. You know what support black business is? Buy this $80 t-shirt. That's where we're at. The Lord is against us. And the better we are at getting back to the commandments, the laws, and the statutes that the Lord laid down, the better position we'll be. Can somebody, you got that one I wanted? You could hold that real quick.
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Uh-huh.
Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Right. You know why that? This is a question that the prophet Jeremiah is asking. He's saying, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? And you know what the answer is? Yes. We're homeborn slaves. We don't know what it means to be free. We don't know what freedom even looks like. We don't even know anything about freedom. But in the ISUPK, we get snippets of what freedom could actually bring for us. That's why when we go to like the barbecues and we go into like different clubs and we do like events and stuff like that, we see what the kingdom of heaven could look like. You know what I mean? A snippet of the Lord showing us like what it could look like because of how we treat each other here. It's a small space cut out in a land full of wickedness, a land full of slavery, a land full of everything. So what you need to do is when you're not bond, right? When a white man don't have the goddamn lash on your back, what you need to do is be here working for the freedom of your people. Serve your slavery, right? But when you're free from that slavery, you need to be here working on your people, working on your piece of this God-forsaken place, working on what we need, working on the things that's important to you. Not just being caught up in slavery. Like the scriptures say, he that glorieth in the gold, how can he get wisdom? How are we going to get wisdom? If you just go to your slavery and you come in, and you just like, oh, well, the white man got his foot on my neck. We all got the white man on our neck. All of us. And there's not one person that is in this damn planet that don't got the white man on their neck. But what you got to do is when you do have that time where the white man ain't on your neck, then you need to be here amongst your people. You need to give love to your people. You need to help your brothers and your sisters. That's all that's going to work. The Lord ain't talking to us no more. We had that. You know the mercy seat? Y'all know what the mercy seat is? The mercy seat, you know what it is called?
I only heard Christians speak about it.
The mercy seat was over top of the Ark of the Covenant. When it was inside the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, you would have the mercy seat. That's where the Lord would come down and talk to Moses and tell him what to say to the people. The Lord ain't talking to us no more. You know what the Lord is doing now? He's leaving it up to your brothers and your sisters now. This is all we got. That's it. So there's a lot of interpretations of this, ain't it? Everybody got this. Look, when you in middle America, you know what it is? Churches over here. I don't give a damn if it's in the middle of nowhere. Church, apocalyptic church of this, church of that, churches every goddamn where. And guess what all of them got? That's it. The Lord ain't coming down and saying, hey, go to the children of Israel and tell them this. The Lord ain't saying that. We're reading it now. The Lord ain't talking to you no more. That's why people be like, oh man, I got a personal relationship with God. God talks to me. No, it's not. It's a demon that's talking to you. making you think that everything you think is right and everything you want to do is right. And because you get a job, you think, oh, well, this is God talking to me. No, it's not. It's just you just got a job. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? Like, we try to make everything deep in life. Like, let me post this. You know, it's not that deep. You just, you know, you finish school, Most High in Christ. You finish school and that was that. Now, if you in the truth, I would say that, you know, like, yeah, the Lord was with you on it, and that's good. You know, you got a promotion, that's good. The Lord was with you because we know the Lord was with you because you keeping the commandments and you in the truth. But like, if you in the world and you just like, yeah, I got a job, man, you know, you just got a job. It's not that deep. You just went in there and convinced the white man that you know, he had enough compassion on you to give you the job. You went in there and he was like, so what you like? I'll be like, I'll be on time every day. I'm on time every day. I never have a problem with that. Off time? I don't need no off time. Yeah. You know how like you go in there to the interviews, stunning, capping like a mug. You go in there like, I don't need no holidays off. Hey, I work every holiday. No, as soon as you do it, like, no, bro, I need Christmas off. I didn't really, you know, by that time you already in the job, but you know, come on, man. I know I was there. I'm still there. You go in, and all interview is you're putting yourself on the block to get somebody to you know, to have compassion on you and pick you. That's it. There ain't nothing that deep. And you like, thank the Lord. I mean, you know, it's a job. It's not really that deep. Go ahead.
Slavery is nothing but like America Got Top.
Mm-hmm.
The judging from it. You know what I'm saying? And you need to choose, and they're going to give you the reward.
Yeah. You get in there to that interview, like, hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Like,
Oh, yeah. With a spoon.
with the spoon. Like this. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, man. We're keeping it real. And that's all I'm trying to say. And we won't have to be in that position if we keep the commandments. Yo, I saw what said the spoons. Oh, man. Skip me down. Let's go back to Leviticus, right? And I'm going to end it out. All right, I'm about to end it out right now. And let's go to 22. Huh?
Kamala Harris chose running mate.
Yeah.
Who's a running mate?
Tim Watts.
Oh, Tim Watts? Oh, yeah.
Minnesota.
Oh, man.
Yeah, somebody way out the way.
Somebody
Yeah.
leading
Yeah, it's always gonna be like that.
Leading with the state with the most cop killers.
Right, like you wouldn't like you gonna pick Minnesota. With you know, you gonna pick that, but
State with the most cop killers.
yeah, okay, she knew better than to pick like the mayor, or like, you know what I mean, like somebody over like Baltimore, or somebody over, you know, a city with a black mayor, or you know, a black governor or something like that. She knew better than that, because that would be too black. You know, and then, you know, Stevie Harvey's like, oh, I'm tired of y'all talking about, did y'all see the Steve Harvey interview with Kamala? He said, I don't want y'all talking about. He said, just like a shucking jiving nigga too. He said, y'all don't need to be talking about what she gonna do for black folk. You know, she can't get into the White House like that.
Why would she do something?
And he's right. He's right about that. You know what I mean? But damn, it's like, look, man, we suffer from colorism. We suffer from that bad. You know, we suffer from colorism bad. I thought that her running mate probably would have been like a transgender or something like that. Somebody like that. You know, somebody that, you know, after 4 years after she ran the country into the ground, then they could say, we got to vote for the first black transgender. That'll be historical. It'll work, right? And then she get she'll probably get like Flavor Flav, or he's too black. But get like somebody like maybe now she would have got like Boss Man D-Lo or something like that. I might have voted. If she would have got like Boss Man D-Lo, then maybe she might have got my vote. Yeah, but you can't do that. You got to get somebody that's, you know, who they think, oh, because all of us don't like hip hop. All of us don't like that. All black people don't like hip hop. They think all of us like, you know, the battles. Like I eat, yeah, I pull the gun out long range. Everybody is not into that. Everybody's not into walking like I talk it. Walking like I talk it. Nobody's into, all black people are not into that. Some black people don't like hip hop. But they think that all of us like hip hop, which shows you what they think about black people. They think we're just children. We're children who like music. And whoever got a big bowl of fried chicken that we could, you know, let's show them we eat chicken, because black people like chicken, don't they? Watermelon, you know, grape soda. Let's get some grape soda up here. That's what we're gonna have as a refreshment, grape soda, because that'll get black people. Like, but when it comes to like, you know, when they try to get like, you know, the Jewish community on their side, what they'll say, man, we support Israel. We support Israel. We support Bibi Netanyahu. We support him. Man, we support all your policies. Yeah, we support them getting $10 billion a year on reparations. We support the Chinese. Yeah, we support them. We're going to give y'all Chinatown in every major city. We support the Chinese. We got all our backing. There's an article y'all should read, is why Chinese people don't vote. You know, the number one growing minority in America is Chinese, not black people. Black people and Chinese people don't vote. They don't do none of that. And they are the number one growing minority in America, the Asian community. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've been running all up and through Wilmington up near Tallyville and like Chichester and all that. And I don't even know where they hiding all the Chinese people, but I do see a lot of East Indians as well, like whole neighborhoods and apartment complexes full of them. And they starting to build up neighborhoods. So they probably the second, you know, largest growing minority in the United States.
Azawar brought it out when we was at camp in Harlem. They are confederate against us. All the nations are around. That's why they're going to get the punishment that's coming to them. But we got to be in a position that to make provoke the Lord to want to punish them. All we do is provoke the Lord to be angry with us. And that's why I hope black people don't get Kamala Harris. But I don't want, but then it's not only on the flip side of that, is because I don't want black people to be happy. A brother said, man, why you don't want black people to be happy? Because when we're happy, we think racism don't exist. I don't want us to be happy. I want us to be mad. If Donald Trump wins, I'm going to put a video out laughing. Go ahead.
You do know the Donald Trump and the Republican Party, they trying to get it so that we don't have to worry about the elected president.
Yeah, I mean, they probably would. But you know, the crazy thing about it is, like, it's bad in America when Republicans start making the most sense. Republicans make the most sense. Like, they're like, why should we have a big dude, 6'8", you know, going, you know, boxing a chick who, you know, fought hard to get to the Olympics and then get knocked out by a transgender? You know what I mean? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, they're looking at it like from a better perspective than the Democrats, because it's like, damn, you know, it's a sad time when we start looking at the Republicans like, man, they make more sense and they're the most racist, you know, because they have the more values. They have the better, you know, concept of morality. And that is sad. You know what I mean? And it's because, you know, the far east, what's it, the far left? That's what the Democrats are, the far left? Yeah, they just, you know, just really, they just cater to your lust. What you want, but they know they're going to shut you out of all the policies. Black people are not going to get no power. They're going to purposely overlook you. Joe Biden will be in a meeting like, hey, anybody got any questions? You be like this. He be like, anybody got any questions? Anybody? You like this. You like this. You're like, yeah, nobody. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up the meeting. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Walk out.
Hey, Mikey, that's true. If I could say, that's true. He did that black girl. When he was shaking the hand of the white people.
Yeah.
The black girl was like,
yeah.
He like,
yeah.
So no bypass.
Right. He going to bypass you. You know what I mean? That's the Lord showing us that. And they do it every time. And then when 4 years comes around, you know, the 3 years, 3.5 years, it's like, what do you eat? I eat greens. What do you like to eat? Hot sauce. What else do you think I like to eat? Watermelon. And we get played for the same thing over and over and over again. But let me, okay, so we know what the Lord said he would do.
Verse 22.
Read 24 and 25, and then I'm gonna end it.
Count out of one kind. The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
Then will I also walk contrary unto you,
Mm-hmm.
and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And when ye are gathered together within your cities.
So what it said to avenge the quarrel of his covenant is these other nations are going to come against us and they're going to win. And that's going to be for breaking the Lord's commandments.
Right.
When we get put to the sword, when we die by the thousands. You know, Moses, when they didn't stand with the Lord and they was messing with the Midianites, Moses went to the camp and killed like 24,000 people. You know what I mean? Like literally, it was like that. So just imagine if we like literally like go to war and we all lose. We go to war and lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like you go to war and we just die. And that's it. Like, that's whack, right? Why would you want to go to war? You know what I mean? Like right now, we don't even want to go to war. We don't want to get in war because you're probably gonna die when you go, or your legs gonna get blown off, or something like that. And you're gonna be maimed. And then you're gonna come back, and your wife probably gonna be with another dude, and they probably gonna have you on the couch or something like that. Like, you know, you need to get, you know, your wife probably, you know, you can't do anything anymore. So your wife probably gonna have you out on the couch, and she gonna have a dude that comes through every now and again, and there ain't nothing you could do about it. Ain't nothing you could do about it.
So do you have a flashback of the movie when that guy talking to you get that grocery money?
Yeah, I'm saying it like that because I've heard that story of a sister who had a brother, you know, who was in the, went to war and he was maimed or whatever, and you know, he had a lot of health conditions, and she had him on the couch, and she was she had, you know, boyfriends and stuff coming through, you know, because he couldn't do anything. Yeah, so he just, you know, sit on the couch and that's it. Get the money and pay the rent, help pay the rent. That's a lot of times than not. That's what happens. You know, you catch cancer and all that. Your wife is on the 21st one, like, Pop, like, where you got a man? Like, yeah, he's at home on the couch. Or no, she gonna say she ain't got one. She's single, huh? It's complicated. What you say? Hey, it's complicated. Damn. Okay, let's read it. Let's finish it out so we can finish out the class.
Verse 25, and I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send the pestilence among you.
Right, roaches, ants, you know, water bugs, you know, rats. That's the pestilence. Keep going.
And ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy.
Okay, and one more verse, 26.
Verse 26. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied.
Right, because everything the abundance that we would have would diminish. Right, when you go into the grocery store right now, and you get like some bread, some mayonnaise, some pickles, some turkey, some cheese. That's about $100. It's about $100 easy. chips. Whoa. You want some chips to make it the crunch and all that? You want to get all that? Hey, look, that's gonna be another $5-6. So you looking at about $1.06, $1.08 if you want to enjoy some sandwiches for the night. Clean 100. Everything that we have would diminish. And this is what we've only experienced in America. Everything we got just diminishes. And no voting will get us out of it. No standing on the corner protesting is going to get us out of it. Marching for, what's her name, Sandra Massey. All of them, that sister, man, you know, which she probably wouldn't have went through that if she would have had a man in the house that would be there. They'd be like, yo, what y'all want? What's up? What? You know, yeah, we heard something, but yeah, y'all don't need to come in here. You know, they out there. Go find them. You know, that's why a woman is going to need a man in the times that's coming, because the times that are coming are going to be hard, and the only way we're going to get through them is through brotherhood and sisterhood. That ain't no other way around it. You can read the scriptures all through it. There is no other way that we're going to be able to get through the hard times without the Lord being on our side and without us coming together. Because without that, you're going to be. I feel sorry for these women. You come out, women got a balloon, pop. They look when a woman sees another woman don't like it, pop. Why you don't like him? What's wrong? Oh, man, he wears glasses. This brother could be the brother that could take you to the kingdom of heaven, but because he got glasses on, you don't like him. Women are going, and that's why when the scriptures say 7 women shall take hold of one man, it's going to happen. You can clearly see it because everybody's homosexual. All the men are homosexual. Men are still getting locked up, and you got women that are passing up great men. Women are passing them up. Oh, well, I don't need that, man. Well, I'm waiting on a millionaire. That likes poetry, that wants to be sensitive, that wants to read to me at night, that wants, unicorn. Nigga, that's a unicorn. That's what a woman wants. A unicorn nigga. He knows how to do magic. He sits on top of a board. He makes $300,000 a year. He drives a good car. He got a big ride. All of that, right? And then, but if you don't have that, she gonna pop that balloon. Pop! And these women are gonna, and then when it gets later on, when they get old, they're gonna be like, yo, I'm ready to settle down now. I'm ready now, y'all. Pick me. And you're gonna be like Vivica Fox. Yeah, you're gonna be like Vivica Fox, or you're gonna be like that old granny that's just, with the big fat legs that could barely walk, with the walker. She can't really walk like that. Her ankles are real fat and she can't really do nothing. And she got the hat with the big bouquet of flowers on it. Like, I don't need no man. Jesus is my husband. Then if you want that to be the end of your life, I don't want that to be the end of my life, right? I want the end of my life to be where I'm there and I could die and my significant other is there. You get my point? I don't want to be alone and die in the crib. You in there for 3 weeks. The only way they know you did is because they smell the house. I don't want that kind of death. Lord be with me on that. I don't want that kind of death where they be like, oh, we got to go in there. It stink. What is that? The mail start popping. Yeah, the mail fall up. They're like, yo, we're starting to stink in that motherfucker. So I get for my language. And like, yo, we need to go in there and do a wellness check. Hey, look, they come in there and they be like, is he alive? You this big. So yeah, man. Hopefully, man, this helped y'all, man, to know that we shouldn't vote. It's a sin to vote. And as long as we keep our faith in the Most High power, man, Yahweh, man, in the Hebrew, as long as we keep our faith in the Most High and we fight these demons out here and we come together like sisters and brothers, we could be gods on this earth. That's right. We could walk this earth, man, like a god with a robe on, with real gold and real diamonds in it. A handpiece with real gold and diamonds and rubies in it. A God on this earth. But if we don't want to follow the Lord, we're going to be peasants on the earth. All right, that's all I got to say, man. I'm going to turn the class over to Preaching Officer Isaiah Ward.
Science Christ, man. All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements.
Could you turn it just like it?
Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has, it's part. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi 3, 9 through 10. It's like, 9 through 10. Ma'ishur, which means 10th in Hebrew. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives. And I mean, of course, y'all want to donate some liquor, we'll take that as well. For the priest's offering. Let me see here. Give to okay.
One more thing too, we got a ISUPK Delaware camping trip, man, that's coming up on October the 16th through the 24th. So if you are in the area and you want to come down, then just look out for the flyers. We're gonna have for 7 days. We're gonna be out there, getting it on, man, in the tent, and it's going to be great. We also got cabins if you don't want to go into a tent, and the campsites have electricity, right? I think all of them do. They have electricity, so I'm going to have a TV in mine. So y'all get it on whatever way y'all want to do it, and I'm going to get it on the way I want to do it. But, yeah, it's going to be dope. We're going to be in the tents on October the 16th through the 24th in Delaware, all right?
That's right. All right, we got the priest offering. Whatever y'all want to donate, like I said, if you can bring a bottle if you want. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, we got the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's going to be October 2nd. October 2nd. 202 North DuPont Boulevard. We're going to be down there having, we'll be having that feast, of course, the camping trip. Should be around the time as the Feast of Tabernacles.
Yeah,
the camping trip. So it's trying to tell you, it's gonna be dope. Y'all definitely want to be there. Delaware is definitely going, roll out the red carpet for anybody that comes, man. So we're looking forward to being with Akim around that time. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, headband, shirt, scarf, and with that, man, Israel Maitre. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Mina Israel, Ma'am Shabbat, Maitu, Barak. Yes, Batah, sir. We're going to get a sisters one courtesy salute. Sister Stan. All right, Mina Israel, Ma'am Shabbat, Maitu, Barak.
Good night.
Yes, Batah. Francis Smith.
Okay, I'm unplugged the joint before you, Z.
No, that's all right. It's all good.